One of the lending guidelines that gets the most amount of hate every single time I talk about it is using physical cash when obtaining a mortgage, or rather the fact that you can't do it. When you are obtaining a mortgage, you have to use only sourced funds or funds that have been seasoned in a bank account, meaning that if you have random large deposits, and large is relative to the type of loan that you're getting, that's a whole nother video, we have to be able to track where those funds came from or prove that they were in your account and were not obtained in an illegal way for an extended period of time. And generally, that means we have to obtain 2 bank statements, your most recent 2 months of bank statements that do not show the large deposit on there. So if you have a whole bunch of cash that you intend to use toward purchasing a home and mixing it with a mortgage, make sure you deposit that cash as soon as possible and let it sit in your bank account for, again, a minimum of 3 full bank statement cycles, because you're going to need to omit that first statement that shows the large deposit because we can't trace physical cash. We have no idea where it came from. And you provide the most recent 2 months that do not show that large deposit to your lender. If you're still watching this video and you care why we can't use cash, I'll explain. Lenders have to follow something called AML, or anti-money laundering laws. These laws exist to prevent terrorism financing, drug trafficking, tax evasion, and other financial crimes. And if you're not laundering money or a terrorist or selling drugs, the other red flag with seeing physical cash in someone's bank account could mean that those funds were borrowed. And if they were borrowed, they need to be paid back. If they are being paid back, then we have to count that debt. And on top of that, you are not allowed to use unsecured funds as a loan to use toward purchasing a home. In other words, if you are using a HELOC or something like that that is secured to a property, fine, we can use those funds. If you are obtaining a personal loan, we cannot use that because those funds are not secured to anything. Very long story short, if you have cash, just deposit it and let it sit there for a few months, and then we can use it and not ask questions.